true, Barbara.
Welcome back, everyone.
Why do you always
We
do
have
that
been
when I let you
gone
do it?
for because I have to. It's expected now. It's me.
Okay.
This is me. Why do you hate me?
Okay, continue.
It has been a week since we've last seen you, so you may have forgotten our names. But I
Hopefully.
am Adam. I almost
And
said I'm Michael.
Oh, well, I'm Michael, so there's that.
And we're the Deadlight Society.
Yes.
This is a fun one because it's the end of an era. It's the end of 40 fucking years. It's Halloween ends.
Yes. Finally. Excited to dive into this one.
Loved it. I'm not
also-
afraid to say that right off the bat.
I also did very much so like it, and I was very nervous because before I watched it, I was mainly seeing a lot of negative reviews, which is what I see for most movies now, like nowadays. So didn't really expect much. And to be fair, even before it was released and they announced they were making it, like I just figured it was gonna be shit, right?
Yeah, I was instantly fucking terrified that this is not
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Because Kills was so bad, so we were just anticipating that this is gonna be awful. Like, there's no way you can redeem this now, and they kind of shut me up. So, props to them.
Yeah, honestly, same. Like, I was really expecting, oh, this is going to be a fucking dumpster fire. And then it turned out to be like, oh, no, this is a serviceable movie.
Yeah.
Like, it has its issues, but it's a fucking movie from Hollywood, it's a studio, and it's going to have problems.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so, but for the most part, like, I liked more than I disliked in here. So, that was not expected, and I appreciate that. I really, really came into this thinking I was going to hate it, and I did not hate it, actually. I really liked it. So, we'll get into some spoilers after we play the trailer here. So, no worries, we're not going to spoil anything right this second. But, I mean, overall, I'm happy that it ended the way that it did. I'll just say that, and then we'll get, like I said, we'll get into some spoilers there.
Makes the most sense for it to end.
Yeah, and I mean, even so, like, it's not like Michael Myers isn't gone. Like, there's no, like, even they asked, I don't know if it was the director or whoever they asked, and they're like, is this like the last movie like ever? And they're like, no.
Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, nah, this is some fucking money machine. Nah, dude.
Yeah, no, this is not the end of Michael Myers. This is just the end of Michael and Laurie's story together. So I like the way that it ended. I appreciate it. And I like the way that they took this movie. And that's just my opinion. And yeah, like I said, I've been hearing a lot of negative, but a lot of the negative is deriving from the fact that this movie is a little bit different than past Halloween movies. But in the same breath, as you mentioned to me earlier, these are the same people that bitch and complain when every Halloween movie is the exact same and there's nothing new. So it's like,
I literally, like, talking to coworkers, I've heard so many people say, even my brother said, like, out of all the franchises of slashers, like, I think Halloween is the most blandest and doesn't have anything new in it.
mm-hmm.
The second they do that, everyone's fucking pissed that they did that.
Yeah,
well, you didn't do it our way, so we don't like it. It's fucking, they have to test the waters. They have to do the shit to fucking get a response. Like, I don't know what you want.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, it's with anything, though. You really can't win. You can't please everybody.
Yeah, no.
I know me personally, I appreciate the way that they took it and what they did do with it. So I'm definitely not on the boat of, oh, well, this isn't a traditional Halloween movie. Like, this isn't Halloween. Like, well, bitch, it is. And that's just what it is. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they went a little bit of a different route here, and that's fine. And like I said, there are some things about the differences that they did in here that I don't like, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But for the most part, I did appreciate what they did with this. So I'll give them that. Let me see here. Before we get into any more talk, though, you have any horror news that you want to bring to our audience here, to their attention?
There's only a few releases on like Netflix and HBO Max. Pretty much everything of value has already been released. Like Hellraiser
Fair.
was already released, Halloween was released, Scream was released at the beginning of the year. We don't have any news yet on Friday the 13th and that remake. We have a Terror Train remake coming out on Tubi, which is fun. So anyone who remembers the original with Jamie Lee Curtis 2 years after Halloween was released, they are redoing it, and it looks like a student film, but it's still cool that a remake's even being made. And I'm going to watch it anyway, because I really enjoyed the original. But besides that, we have Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities releasing on October 25th. For anyone who wants to sit and watch the 2002 and 2004 Scooby-Doos, those are also released on Netflix now. They were released on October 1st. But that's really it. Like, there's not a lot of horror shit going on, and it's mid-October, which is strange.
Yeah. Guess everybody's just enjoying this month and just taking it all in. It's a nice month. So
I know there was a few film festivals that premiered a lot of new movies, but we're not going to see those movies at least for another year, probably.
that's
Like
fair.
until they get like distribution and shit going.
Yeah.
We have no fucking idea.
Yeah. Well, then I guess there's that, right? That's all for horror news this week.
That is it.
All right. So we'll dive back into this movie a little bit here now. So it's currently in theaters and also streaming exclusively on Peacock, which is where I watched it. I actually did like a little movie night outside on the projector and watched it, which was pretty cool. I like that they put it on Peacock though, because it's a lot more convenient for like people who can't get out to the theaters and shit like that. So I appreciate that
Also, the last one was on Peacock too, so it just makes sense.
Yeah, so I appreciate
more
that.
eyes that way.
When they first announced it, I think that they were trying to do like exclusively in the theaters is what I was seeing everywhere, and then maybe they changed their mind, but I was hoping
I think
they
they
would.
did because everybody was like, "No, I'm not paying." Like after Kills, I'm not paying to see this in theaters.
That's fair.
Just go wait till streaming.
Yeah. All right, so you could, if you have a Peacock account right now, you can watch it on Peacock. It's rated R, an hour and 51 minutes. It had a $20 million budget, and it's brand new, just came out, October 14th. So they're expecting opening at the box office, it's going to make around $43 million, is what they're expecting. So not too bad for opening. Hopefully with more reviews coming in for it, people will either flock to go see it, or if they really take the word of the negative reviews here, which Rotten Tomatoes 39%, IMDb a 5.1 out of 10, and Google a 64%, which I mean Google's a little bit better than Rotten Tomatoes typically, but a 39% from Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, damn, like that's rough.
It's mostly critics on fucking Rotten Tomatoes that give it fucking lower ratings, and that crashes the score of it, which is why I hate Rotten Tomatoes so fucking much, because there's not enough like user-based ratings. If you want user-based, go to Letterboxd or Google reviews. Like that's where you're going to get public opinion, most likely.
Yeah. Which is, as of right now, I mean, that score could possibly change. I'm not really sure, but as of right now, it's tied.
Last time that I checked it was going between like 42% and 41%.
Okay, so yeah, it'll probably change. But it's, as of right now, from when I did the 39% research on that, it's tied with Halloween Kills, because Halloween Kills has a 39% as well. And I don't think that that's fair.
How does that have that high?
It has Halloween Kills has a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 67% of Google users liked it. So it's really around the same as this one, which doesn't make sense to me because I like this one a lot more.
Yeah, it's better in every way.
I mean, I think so. You think so. I mean, we're not obviously like horror gods or anything like that, but I mean, we liked it.
I think we're just slowly learning that our opinions are shit. And we go against the grain to like what everybody else thinks, and that they're probably correct, and we just like really shitty movies.
I mean, honestly, that really might be it, because I do like really shitty movies. So I mean,
I do
but for
too,
the most part.
But
for the most part.
It's like all the fucking big budget shit. Like I just hate, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's so good! This is like Oscar worthy. It's this."
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring.
You're right.
I just could tell the fucking end by the second that the movie started. So like, what?
Yeah,
No,
that's
fuck
a
it.
lot of movies though. Honestly,
Yeah, I think that's why I like the random all over the place movies more, actually. Because
Yeah.
you can't actually predict the end of it because everything's so fucking batshit.
you're right.
So it makes a better movie for like my viewing pleasure and my ADHD brain.
That's fair. Do you think that you'll check out future Halloween movies now that there's going to be no more Laurie in it?
Yeah, obviously. Because I fucking love the shitty sequels from before, like the 80s ones and the 90s ones.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like Curse, I think, is one of the best entries in the Halloween franchise. And everyone shits on that movie because it's Paul Rudd and whatever fucking else is wrong with it. And the cult shit.
Uh-huh.
But like, I love it. It's so bad and it's so good and it's so bad shit. You just can't tell what's going to happen next. And it's great.
All right, so there's that. I mean, I feel like I definitely will too. I think I'll be upset just because she's not in it anymore. But I guess depending on how they explain the story, then if they just do like I don't know how they would go with new movies. They'll figure something out. But I guess depending on what the story was, I'd be down for it. But I'm just very like original, like Scream. That's why I'm upset that Neve Campbell isn't coming back for this one because like she's the original final girl. Like I like that shit. So when they take that shit away, I'm just like upset.
I don't give a fuck as long as the story's good.
You don't care, but I'm the opposite. But now that is another question. Who do you think is the better final girl? Would it be Laurie or would it be Sydney from Scream? And why?
Oh, don't drop this shit on me with no preparation.
Yeah, how's it feel?
Now we're gonna sit here. Now we're gonna sit here for minutes with silence while I think of why.
There's an edit for a reason.
Yeah, fuck you. That's my editing that I have to fucking sit here and sit through now.
Yep, you're welcome. How to make you think.
But if I'd have to say, probably Laurie, just because of how much she put in her like training and how to like protect herself from Michael's attack, whereas Sydney just kind of like haphazardly has logic thinking and is like, I'm not fucking stupid and these are teenagers.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I think Laurie overall is a better final girl. Like I think
so too.
Like, Jamie Lee Curtis literally is the Scream Queen. So like the term was made for her.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely on the same page. I do like Laurie better. And also, I think Michael Myers is definitely a more serious threat than Ghostface is because, like, you watch the Scream movies, Ghostface is always getting knocked the fuck down, falling down. Like, how is he always killing people? Like,
yeah, he kind of fucking fucks off and knew his way of killing people.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what I mean. It's like, he literally said the same thing at the same time.
Oops.
But yeah, like she fucking just kind of logics her way into like, oh, it's this person, or I just have to shoot this person once and they're human. Whereas Michael has this weird paranormal fucking thing about him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So I definitely agree that Laurie's the better final girl, or the Scream. Yep, here we go. Scream Queen.
We're just fucking up so bad today.
That's me every episode, though. I'm always combining fucking words together and saying them together and not meaning to. So that's my bad. Scream Queen. Jesus.
How much queen does the Scream Queen have?
Too much, apparently. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no. Let me see. I don't know where I wanted to go after that, but I don't want to go too much more into this because I don't want to give any spoilers away. So I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We haven't even fucking gotten the trailer yet.
Yeah, no. It's I don't want to go too farther into this. I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody who's listening. But spoilers are to come. So after the trailer plays, go away until you watch it and then come back. But I'm just going to give a quick little summary for those of you who maybe haven't seen the trailer yet or don't know what it's about. It's just, this is a Google summary again, but it's 4 years after the events of Halloween Kills, and Laurie is living with her granddaughter Allison and is finishing writing her memoir. Michael Myers hasn't been seen since, and Laurie, after allowing the specter of Michael to determine and drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. But when a young man, Corey Cunningham, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. So that's the summary. It's definitely, like we said in the beginning, it's a different Halloween movie, and we will get into some spoilers next here, so you kind of know. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's all right for being different, and like I said, we'll get into some spoilers, so you know what we're talking about here if you watched it or if you're not planning on watching it and don't care about spoilers. But I think that's where we'll leave it for now. We'll give you your trailer, and then we'll come back, unless there's anything else you want to add before that.
Nope. Enjoy your trailer.
Come on, let's go. Come and get me, motherfucker.
All right, and we're back here. So like we just said, spoilers ahead. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. But and again, like we've been saying, I really like this. I like the difference in it. The difference here is that, it's obviously Michael versus Laurie is like the Halloween franchise, like how they tried to make this out. But the difference in this movie is that, it's been 4 years since the last killings that were happening in the town, and Michael has kind of just been like a recluse, and he's like hiding in the sewers, kind of, which is kind of weird because that's like Pennywise's shit, right? But he's hiding in the sewers.
Michael has hidden in the sewers long before Pennywise, bitch.
Well, whatever, but that's like a Pennywise thing to me. But
Michael always creeps in the sewers too.
Okay, all right, but
because he's just that kind of fucking dirtbag.
Well, I can see that. Yeah, that's true. But no, the difference here is that, in this whole movie, Michael only kills 3 people. Okay, 3 people. Whereas they introduce a new killer of sorts, and his name is Corey. And
to be fair, how old is fucking Michael in this at this point? Like 80s?
He's got like Laurie's definitely in her like 60s or so. So like he's got to be, like 87, like 8. What the fuck am I trying to say? Late 70s, early 80s, yeah.
Yeah, so like he's just fucking he's falling apart. He's not in good shape.
No. None whatsoever. Which is, it's like, I get that and that's true, but like the movie that came out, and I know this, it's 4 years difference, whatever, but like in the story anyway, 4 years difference. But you wouldn't think that 4 years would make it so that he's so like weak and can't really do this anymore. But like the last movie, he fucking kicked everybody's ass at the end. Like, what the fuck happened?
Well, to be fair, she made her whole thing where like the more people he kills, the more he ascends comment. And in this, he does seem to have some sort of like supernatural ability.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he looks into the fucking eyes of Corey.
Yeah.
And like sees all of Corey's life pretty much, and it's like, oh shit, this kid's like me.
Mm-hmm.
So like, how the fuck can he even tell that without like some weird fucking power going on?
Yeah, I mean that's essentially kind of what happened too, because like he looks into Corey's eyes, and then like the rest of the movie, they're saying about how he looks different, and like Laurie looks in his eyes and he sees Michael now. So like there is some type of supernatural shit going on here, because he wasn't a killer before the whole thing with Michael happened. Like, yes, he killed the little boy as he was babysitting him, but that was completely like on accident. Like the whole town fucking hates him for this, but that was an accident. Like that little boy was being a shithead. That was
like
100%
the
that little
fucking
kid's
kid.
fault.
Yeah. And that's so easily fucking proved too.
Yeah.
And everyone in this fucking town hates him when the fucking evidence would be so clear to any cop and be like, oh like any cop who would walk up to that scene and see that would be like, oh shit, this was totally an accident. Like what the fuck
that's what
like,
I mean.
Why were they fucking around like this?
And he was even like, he went through trial, like he was arrested for it and tried for it, and he was found innocent at the end. So like obviously he's fucking innocent. I mean, that's not always the case, but as you're watching the movie, you know he's innocent. And for those of you who haven't watched it yet and aren't planning on it and just listening to us, it's basically the opening of this movie is Corey, and he's babysitting for this one couple. Or just trying to go to the party down the street or whatever, and their babysitter canceled on them. So they call Corey real quick, and they're like, oh, he comes to the door, and she's like, you're a lifesaver. And watching that back, because I just watched it again a few hours ago, and watching that back and knowing what happens next, I was like, clever.
Well, I fucking loved the whole when the kid was like, oh, Michael doesn't kill kids, he only kills shitty babysitters. And then like instantly he's the first death. It's like, oh, okay, I see what you did there.
I like that. That was neat, foreshadowing in a way. But now he's babysitting for the couple, and this little kid is just a shithead. Look, the shit he's saying, and just he's a shithead. And then he tries to scare Corey, because they were talking about the boogeyman at Michael Myers, and just watching scary. They're watching The Thing, right? Yeah. They're watching The Thing, which is also John Carpenter, and he's just trying to scare him. So Corey went into the other room to make food, and then he came back out, and the little kid's missing, and he's like searching through the whole house, can't find him, but like the knife goes missing, like all this weird shit starts happening, and Corey's
he has the knife because he's going to slice the banana bread, and so he's just like carrying it around because the kid's scaring him, and he doesn't know if someone's in the house or not.
Well, it was lost at first though, because it cut back to it and the knife wasn't there anymore, and then as he's walking up the steps he finds it. So the little kid probably grabbed it, took it, and then that's when he found the knife again, but it was missing at first from the butcher block or whatever. But anyway, he's just looking around the house, can't find him. He hears a little kid scream upstairs and like scream for help. That's when he's going up the stairs, and he finds the knife. And long story short, the kid ends up locking him in like the attic or some shit, and then the kid's outside the door taunting him like, oh, you're scared now, aren't you? You're scared now. And just as that's happening, like his parents are coming home, and as they're opening the door to the front door to the house, Corey like somehow manages to spring free from there, like kicks it open or whatever. And
like he's kicking the door as hard as he can over and over and over again, and then literally as the parents walk in, the fucking door breaks from the like whatever the fucking mechanism is. I don't know what the fuck. What are door latches called? The latch? I don't fucking know. Yes, the door latch fucking breaks, and then the door swings open and pushes the kid over the balcony.
Yeah, and it's like how many fucking steps up was that? It was probably like 3 stories.
It's like a 3-story fucking house. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
That was a big fall, a very high fall. So, kid dies. And as he's like looking down, like he's got the knife in his hand, and like right before the parents opened or right after, I should say, the parents got into the house, they heard Corey yell, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," because like the little kid locked him in the fucking room. And as soon as they hear that, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," the kid fucking falls down the damn thing, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. But again, like he didn't do it on purpose. Like that was an accident. That was not a purposeful kill at all. but the whole town hates him for it. And as you said, I think that's probably what Michael saw in him when he was going to kill him, when he got into the sewers there, and then changed his mind because he was like, this kid gets it.
Yeah. Even though fucking Michael's wasn't an accident, it was literally him just stabbing his fucking sister. So
You're
it's
right.
like, why does he like take sympathy? Just because he killed a kid, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Like, oh, you killed a kid too. We're brothers now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Michael. I know you're mentally challenged in every single way, but that's not it.
That's not it.
Not the
Nice
way to
try.
make friends.
Yeah. But I mean, it fucking works though, because whatever, I don't know, like we said, I don't know if it's some type of spiritual thing or like some type of, I don't know, but like it just possessed this fucking kid. And then from then on, like he was, I mean, yes, he was killing people, but in the same breath, he was only killing people that gave him or Allison problems. So like, was he really that bad though?
I mean, yes, but he made himself very easily traceable considering everybody had a personal connection to him.
You're right.
And Allison.
You're right. He's a very bad
like
serial
first
killer.
rule of serial killing is don't do that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was definitely careless when it came to that. But he was just, he's a hurt kid. I mean, he's not a kid anymore. He's like 20 something, but he's just this hurt.
21.
Yeah. He's just this hurt kid and just fucking, he's trying to finally get revenge for all the shit that these people have been saying to him. Like there's this group of 4 bullies that bully the shit out of him the whole time. And they're like high school bullies too. Like he's an adult.
Seniors in fucking high school, and you're an adult and you're letting these kids get under your skin this fucking much. How and why?
Yeah.
I realize they're big and probably 20-year-old actors and you're like 30. But what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're kids.
Yep.
Fucking
punch them.
Kill them. I don't know. Do something.
Well, I mean, he does.
Yeah, that later. But
He sure does.
You can easily stand up for yourself beforehand. There's 2 girls and 2 boys. The boys are the only ones fighting. The girls the entire time are always to the side, not touching them because they're afraid.
Yeah.
So it's literally just the 2 guys fucking going after this kid. You can take out 2 fucking high schoolers. I don't care what anyone says. It's easy when you're fucking that big and a full-grown fucking adult.
That's fair. I mean, that was something in here that I was just like, just punch him. Like, do something. Like, you're just standing there letting them make fun of you, and you could just like hit him or something.
So much bigger than them. Like, stature and thickness. He is so much bigger than them.
Yeah. Well, he gets his revenge in the end, so I guess there's that at least. And that kill sequence right there was pretty epic as well. So, we'll get into that.
There's one kill I messaged Michael. I was like, this is fucking god tier.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get to that part too. Let me see here. What else do I have in my notes? I don't want to go too far here. I'm not trying to go super in depth. We're just trying to do likes and dislikes here. But I mean, I guess we can kind of go into the kills here then a little bit, because those are kind of the things that we liked here. They used more practical effects than CGI, which is something that we both appreciated, that we were talking about together previously here. Which some of it obviously works, and there's one kill in here specifically. It's the radio host that I think back to, and like the tongue thing, because I loved that scene, and that's definitely my favorite kill. But in the same time, I feel like the practical effects for that were a little bit overkill. Like, it's Corey as Michael at that point, and he goes to kill the radio host because the radio host like was talking shit to him and Allison when they were like out on a date or whatever. And so he just bashes the fucking guy's head into his like desk as he's like hosting his radio channel or whatever. And just the way that they pan back to his face and the like how swollen his face was and his tongue, like that just looked fake as shit to me. So that was one thing that I didn't like that much. But I liked the kill and like when he cut off the tongue and then the tongue was like spinning around the record, and that like I liked it. Like I liked that scene, but I didn't like that practical effect. I don't know how you felt about it, but that was kind of my take on it.
dumb, but I just loved it too much. Or it's just
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's practical. I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I mean, like, I know I appreciate that it was practical. It looked kind of stupid, but that's my favorite kill. That's my favorite one. I mean that, and obviously,
it's definitely the fucking torch.
yeah, I was gonna say the torch one. So we'll go to that one then real quick. That's the bully, and mainly it's the bully that was like the big dickhead. Like it was the main bully that just kept bothering him and kept like making it a point to bother him.
Issues.
Yeah, because he had daddy issues, which obviously that's normally what happens and why they're bullies.
Yeah, it really is like the through line of like all fucking bully characters. It's like,
Yeah.
he just has
A shitty dad.
an abusive poppy.
Yeah. So it's that guy, and they're at it's a junkyard that he works at. Like he's some type of like mechanic, or he works on cars or whatever. Corey, he's works at the junkyard there, and that's where this kill sequence happens. He carves, I think, Psycho into the guy's car hood, and he gets them to follow him to the junkyard there. And as they're like trying to destroy his bike, just this whole sequence takes place here, and Corey ends up killing all of them. But it was that one in particular, the torch kill. It's after he runs over one of the girls, which I will say that one bothered me because that girl was the only one that kept trying to stick up for him, and he still killed her.
I guess he's kind of like full on Michael mode at this point now, though. He has the mask, he has anything going on.
I get that.
Is that his dad or like stepdad?
What, the guy that got killed? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was somebody that was definitely close to him, and I mean, he didn't end up killing him. That other fucking kid shot him when he was trying to shoot Corey. But it was, and I was curious to see where that was going to go, because I wasn't sure if he was going to kill him or not, because that was somebody who was nice to him, and that was the guy that gave him his bike, like was super nice to him. So I was kind of curious, and I probably would have been upset if he killed him too, because like, what the fuck did he do? You know what I mean? But he didn't end up killing him. The other kid, the bully kid, did when he was trying to aim for Corey. But just like that whole sequence is happening, and he runs over the girl, whatever. All of them are basically dead now, and then he has the bully on the ground, and just fucking lights the torch and just torches right to his fucking mouth. Damn.
And it's like kind of like a forced perspective shot. Like you're seeing the girl pinned under the fence screaming, but like you just see like the shadow almost of like the head and the torch, but it's still such a good shot. It's
like blurry because you're not supposed to be focused on that, but you can still see it. But it was just so dope, and I'm just like, ooh, ouch.
It was very satisfying, especially because of how much of a fucking dickhead that dude was.
Yeah, that was another really good one. I think when it comes to, in terms of like who deserved what, that one was definitely the most deserving. So that one was really nice to see.
Even the DJ, like he had every right to be a dickhead to them, because like they were literally
on his property,
trespassing on top of the fucking building.
Like, that's my favorite kill because it made me laugh. But in terms of like in terms of who deserved it, it was definitely that fucking kid. 100%. I still feel bad about that girl.
They literally fucking threw him off a bridge.
Yeah,
like,
and didn't care. He was
fucking
like, "Oh, he fell. That's my story." Like, okay, bitch, but he didn't fall. You pushed him. Yeah, but now that one.
Wait, what year is this again? Because like this could have easily been solved by like a fucking traffic cam or something,
right? It's you would think
if he just went to the cops and like there's a traffic camera nearby, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, he was pushed.
Yeah,
all right, arrest those 4 kids.
Yeah, but I feel bad for the girl in that one. Just the one girl, not the other girl. The other girl was kind of antagonizing as well, but it was just that one girl that just kept butting in, like, why do you have such a problem with him? Like, why do you keep bothering this kid? Like, leave him alone.
Yeah, she didn't deserve to have her face
smushed. Yeah, no, not at all. That was a good one.
And then her whole body run over.
Yes. Which I thought she was fucking dead as soon as she got run over the first time, because like
I thought so too, because she went flying.
Yeah, and the fucking
she got hit on the fence.
Yeah, the gate ran her over. The car was on top of her. Like, how is she not dead? Like, she is dead. Like, she has to be like fucking Swiss cheese right now. Like, she's dead. And then nope, she's not. I was like, oh, okay. All right. But yeah, those kills were pretty nice. Let me see here. The cop. That was also another nice one, though. I like that one because that cop was also a dickhead. Which
Is
that
that the
one,
one that was going after Allison?
yeah. She used to date him or whatever, or was like going to
Probably hooked
date
up, like,
him.
once.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like he was in the past, and he just kept trying to harass her and like bother her, and even to the point like she's sitting in the fucking diner or wherever they're at. She's sitting with like Corey, which is her boyfriend, or they're at least like seeing each other. You know what I mean? Like she's sitting with him, talking with him, and the cop still thinks it's all right. Let me come over and invite her over to like the party or like invite her to wherever the fuck they're going. And she's just like I'm with somebody right now. He's like, oh well, like you both can come, but like just real arrogant, and like he just deserves her because he's a cop, you know. And then Corey was just like finally spoke up and was like, we're good. And then the fucking cop, like you could just see he's just like, oh, you're good. Like he got a little his ego got the best of him there, but that's why I also like that kill though, because that cop was a dickhead. So
I mean, he literally like trailed him. How
Yeah.
long?
that's his
Like,
fault.
Fucking stalked. Yeah.
If that cop wasn't such a fucking like egotistical dickhead, he wouldn't have followed him down to the sewers, and then he wouldn't have fucking got stabbed to death by Michael. So that's on him. That's his fault.
Yeah.
Which that
100%.
is
Fuck
one
that guy.
that is one of 3 kills that Michael does in this movie, which it's the cop, and then Michael helps with the assist when it comes to the nurse and the doctor. He kills the nurse, and then the ending here when Michael ends up killing Corey. So those are the only 3 kills, and Corey happens to be the last person that Michael will ever kill, at least in this franchise. So there's that.
Yeah, we're gonna get a new Michael at some point, and then we're gonna reset everything.
Yeah.
Then everyone's gonna be mad about it. Oh, no, my Halloween.
Yeah.
Guess, bitch, fuck you. You've been bitching about the same Halloween for 40 years.
Yeah. Let me see. Is there any particular kill or like scene that you want to mention here that you liked a lot?
Not too much, really.
I mean, we kind of went over the main
A
kills
lot of the
here.
kills, yeah. Like any one of my favorite scenes is gonna be a kill scene, obviously.
Yeah. You're right.
But it is like overall, it's a weird story, but like it's new and it's not something that we've seen like out of the Halloween franchise before.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. And
that's-
I'm cool with it.
That's why I liked it, but that's also there is a dislike just because like I expected, and the trailer kind of like tricks you here because the trailer shows you all like shots of Michael and Michael's mask and Laurie and all the like Michael doing all these kills when in reality most of it is Corey. That first he had the fucking like scarecrow mask that he was using, and then he steals Michael's mask, and then it's Corey walking around in Michael's mask killing people. So like the scene that you see in the trailer where it's like Michael is standing aside Laurie, it's most likely Corey. I mean, it is Michael then
And to be fair,
at the end there, but
you're
like
not observant.
what?
It was a dead giveaway in the trailer that there's going to be 2 Michaels because of
The hand. Yeah, I saw that too. I was reading.
Michael's missing 2 fingers.
Yep.
Corey is not.
Yep, I saw that. I was reading the trivia earlier, and that's how like fans were guessing it before the movie was even out, and they released a trailer because of the hand thing, and they're like, "Oh well, they show his left hand on the door, and he has all 5 fingers, and Michael's missing 2," and I'm just like, "Oh damn, all right, you got him."
Is what we call weaponized autism at its finest, and I love it.
Yeah, but that's crazy that, you know, I definitely wouldn't have been looking at that, but they found it out. It's like the Stranger Things. I don't, this is off topic. Sorry, we'll come back. But the Stranger Things this past season when it was Will's birthday and the fucking writers completely missed that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
at the fucking the roller rink, and then that day
Yep.
they show like on the camera what day it is, like the little fucking recording camera that one of the kids has there, they show what day it is, and then the fans are like, oh, Will's so upset because it's Will's birthday and nobody even acknowledged him, and then the fucking Duffer Brothers and everybody's like, oh shit, we fucked up. Like, didn't even think about it, like that wasn't their intention at all. So
Like, oh, we're trying to make Will look like he went back to the fucking dark side. No, you just
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Bad
Whoopsie.
trailer editing.
Whoopsie. But yeah, no, that's kind of what happened here, is that the fans got it kind of right away because of that, and then they left it in the trailer there. But okay, weird cut there. Sorry, we're back.
I apologize. I had to urinate.
It happens to the best of us. We're back. We're gonna finish this off. We're gonna talk about the ending sequence here, and the end, or the official end, of Laurie and Michael's franchise here. So first I want to say, Laurie, genius, just genius. And also, I wanted to bring this up in the beginning, like pre-movie, and forgot to. Off topic, kind of, but not really. But I want Jamie Lee Curtis to be my grandmother, so just wanted to put that in there because I love her, and I love Laurie as a character. I would love to be Allison and her be my grandmother. So I mean, kind of, but then I'd also be nervous because, like, Michael Myers, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'd love for her to be my grandmother. But she's a genius because the ending sequence starts with her knowing that Michael, and y'all can't see my hands right now, but it's in quotes, Michael has come to her home, and she gets her gun out and she calls the police because she's going to report a suicide. That's what she says when she calls 911. She's like, I'm calling to report a suicide. She gives her address and then just kind of leaves it at that. And then she walks around the room. She has her gun in her hand. You frames to a pumpkin in the room. And then the next thing you see is, like, you hear the shot, and then you hear, or you see, you see the splatter onto the wall of something, right? And then the next thing you see is the door opening up because Michael's like, no shit, did she really just kill herself? And then she's standing there, like, she's standing there, points the gun at him, and she's like, did you really think that I would kill myself? And then fucking shoots him.
And at that moment, I wanted her revolver so bad, and I started sending Michael links to the website. It's like, do I buy the $600 gun? Maybe.
No, but that
Actually,
that was.
I think I found it for like $300 then. So
Oh, there's that. But
it's less,
that okay.
but it's still expensive.
I mean, if you want to go for it, I don't care what you do. But no, but that scene, seriously.
Just one car strode in the side of it.
Well, then maybe it would be cool. Then maybe, yeah, do it. But no, seriously, like, that scene, like, just the fact that, and like, as you're watching it, like, I'm thinking to myself, because I didn't know she was going to do that, but I'm thinking, like, she has to be up to something, because there's no way that she's going to go through everything that she went to. She's finally, like, healing in this movie. Like, she's let go of all of this fucking, or as much as she can anyway, because she knows that something's up with Corey. But she's let go of, like, this fear that she's had and everything, and she's healing, and you're going to tell me now she's going to kill herself? I'm like, there's no fucking way. And yeah, no, there's no fucking way. She wasn't going to kill herself. Like, she was setting him up.
That 100% got me at the, like, when I first fucking said it, I was like, oh shit, she actually might kill herself, because everything's just kind of going to shit at this point. And
Yeah.
she killed her granddaughter's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking kind of everything went to shit.
Yeah, but she didn't kill him at that point, though.
Well, she shot him and shit and fucking sliced his something.
Yeah, but that's after the
forget.
suicide call, though.
Yeah, but Allison walks in and then sees her with a fucking knife and then her boyfriend on the ground after she's trying to, like, text him frantically, wondering where he is.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Laurie's life is pretty much shit.
Well, yeah, but
And then that's when she makes the suicide call.
no, she did that before.
I don't believe you.
Yes,
I think you
no, she
remember
did it
wrong.
before, and she shot Michael, but it wasn't Michael, it was him. It was Corey. And then he falls down the steps, And that's when like he takes his mask off and it's him. And that's when like they're talking and she's like, you came here to kill me, so do it. Because like she shoots out the rest of her bullets and like pushes or throws her gun to the side, and he has the knife and he knows that Allison's looking for him because she can't find him anywhere. And then right before Allison comes into the house, he like stabs himself in the neck. Do you remember?
I really want to watch this right now to fucking.
I swear to you that's how it happens, because she made the suicide call, but she knew that he was already in the house. But it wasn't like, that's what I mean. The trailer is confusing because you think that she's fighting Michael the whole time, and she's not. She was fighting Corey first, and then once Corey dies, because then Michael comes into the house and he gets his mask back. That's when Michael kills Corey. He snaps his neck. But Lori is already like on the first floor now, and she's like upset because she killed Corey, but she doesn't know right away that it's Michael. And then she realizes that Michael's in the house. She hides, and then that whole sequence happens.
Oh, it's the second time that she's on the ground and she's just kind of sitting there before Michael actually comes in. Where I thought that she's going to kill herself. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, we got that cleared up.
Through now. Yeah,
that's why I was like, no, I was like, that's not when she said she was going to kill herself. But I mean, she was definitely sad after that. But maybe she would have actually killed herself then if she had more bullets.
That's what I thought. I was like, I thought she saved one bullet in the gun.
No,
I was like, it's actually a 6 shot.
Yeah, because she definitely might have, because that's what I was thinking too. I was like, damn, you wasted all those bullets, huh?
I doubt she only has 5 fucking bullets in that house, though.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sure there's another fucking.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially after kills.
Yeah. But no, then that's when, Michael comes in, grabs his mask back, and he tries to grab the knife, and Corey's like fighting him for it. But like how was Corey not dead? First of all, because he literally fucking stabbed himself in the neck. I think it's
the weird fucking paranormal shit, like the power of Michael. Like the more he kills, the more he ascends, kind of thing.
I mean, that has to be it, because that made no sense to me. So I'm like, dude just stabbed himself in the neck and just bled out, and you're gonna tell me that he's trying to fight Michael right now for that knife? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, like, not fight as in like full on fight. Like, obviously he was fucking like burnt out, but like he was just trying to like stop him from grabbing the knife. And that's when Michael grabs his head and just fucking snaps his neck. And I'm like, oh, okay, guess you're not buddies anymore, huh?
Nah, I think he pissed Michael off enough.
Yeah. But yeah, then that whole sequence of events happens, and it's finally Michael versus Lori for the last time. And while I love the scene and what happens, I also feel like it was very short and deserved more time. Yeah. Like the whole fucking movie is Corey killing people and Michael assisting with some. But the main, like it's like Corey is the main, like Michael in the story. And like, I like that. I appreciate that it was different, but like I was expecting for a Halloween Ends movie that it would be more involved with Michael and Lori. You know what I'm saying? Like they gave them the 2 minutes at the very end to fight, and then she finally kills him. And it seems rushed to me.
Of like I think Kills then was just like Michael's last hurrah. Like that was the rest of his energy that he could expend.
Yeah.
I've been just like murking an entire group of people that were killing him. Yeah, he really is in rough shape in the sewer.
Oh yeah,
like he's barely breathing. Like,
when that cop thing happened, when he killed the cop, there's no way he would have gotten that kill if Corey wasn't there to help him, because that cop was going to kick his ass, and then Corey was there to kind of like assist and hold him down, and then that's when Michael got to stab him, and I'm like, damn, you're a little out of shape there, aren't you, buddy?
Oh, you even heard his breath, like, like fucking weird and fucking jittery and shit. So it's like, he was fucking minutes from death.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that makes more sense that Lori was like easily able to defeat him this time. But it's obviously back and forth in this scene, and it's like him almost getting her, and then her almost getting him, and then just like it just keeps going back and forth for like a little bit, and then she stabs his arm into the table, and then it's just kind of like that's it from there. Like she stabs his hand to the table.
She Jesuses them.
What?
She does both hands.
Yeah,
she Jesuses him.
Yeah, you're right. um, she gets the one hand first, and then the whole fucking thing happens. He like reaches his other hand up. She stabs that hand, stabs that into the table, and then she gets the fucking like stone pot and just fucking or pan and just
It's
like
cast iron,
there
not
you go.
stone,
That's-
bitch.
I was trying to think of what it was called. You're right, cast iron. I couldn't remember. She gets
Stone.
stone. Hey, close enough. Fuck you.
I mean, you can't cook with stones, but
I couldn't.
not that way.
I couldn't remember what it was called, and I was trying to go fast here. But yeah, cast iron. Thank you. The cast iron pan. She fucking grabs it and just like hammers the knife into his hand, and then he's just like you said, I guess, strung up there like Jesus on the fucking table. And she even fucking grabs the fridge and like puts the fridge onto his legs so that he really can't move. And I'm just like, okay, Lori, damn.
He got
Get him.
one leg that's able to just kick around.
Yeah, and that was funny because
nothing's happening.
he was trying. I laughed at that scene too because he was trying to kick his leg, and I'm like, homie, like this is it. You're done. That's it. Like she's had enough of your shit.
Well, fuck it. It isn't even it yet. Like, he still has the strength to fucking pull his hand, like, last-ditch effort,
Yeah.
pull his hand off the fucking knife and grab her throat.
Yeah, she slits his fucking throat, and he just pulls his hand off the fucking knife and grabs her as he's bleeding out and starts choking her. And I'm like, that's when I thought, honestly, because I said in the very beginning, I'm like, the only way he's going to be able to die is if she dies with. And that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought he was going to bleed out and he was going to choke her to death, and that was going to be the end of it. And I'm like, fuck. That's not what I wanted to happen, but that's what I really thought was going to happen. And it was happening. And I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. But then thankfully, Allison comes to her senses and comes back to the house because like one of the cops called her and said that Lori had called in and reported a suicide there. So she turned around real quick, went back to the house, and that's when she sees this going down, and she stops Michael from choking her and actually then breaks Michael's arm in half. And I'm just like, God damn.
Yeah, it was pretty badass, actually.
Yeah, like they fucked him up. They had enough of his shit. That's
Well, they stab him in the fucking chest, too.
Yeah, that's right. She did. She stabbed him in the chest. She stabbed him in the side of the chest. Like she like fucked him up, Lori.
Yeah, she stabbed his lungs. She stabbed his
yeah.
heart. She stabbed every fucking
Yes.
like both hands are pinned in.
Yes.
The legs pinned by the refrigerator. She slits his throat, and then to finally kill him, she slits his wrist.
Yep, and lets him bleed out. Yeah, that was crazy. I really do like that scene. I hate that it was so short, but I really like that that's how they ended it, and that they actually like kill Michael for good. Like he's done with this franchise, and this like at least the franchise that has him and Lori together. Like he's done. There's no way he can come back from that. And then to finish it off, to make sure he's dead, because even after that, and I didn't know what they were going to do next, obviously my first time watching it, as they killed him and then they put him to the top of their hood or whatever, and they're going to drive him, and I didn't know where they were taking him. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, you got to chop his head off.
Whole ass fucking parade.
Yeah, but like, I was irritated because I'm like, come on, like, you know better than this. You can't just fucking leave him like that. I was like, you got to chop his head off. You got to chop his arms, legs, like, chop that fucking body up so that he can't do anything. And then they end up taking him to the fucking junkyard and putting him into the grinder machine. And I was like, oh, or that works too.
Yeah, literally the thing meant to crush cars. Just let's throw Michael in it.
Yeah, that's that. I was. That was
I
literally.
thought there was gonna be weird like Jason Goes to Health shit, where it's like the blood or like his heart fucking survives.
Yeah.
Infects somebody.
Or like some Chucky shit. Like Chucky comes back and like one of the movies like that too, and he was like burned alive or some shit, and he still ends up coming back because of whatever. I forget like the exact story, but something like that. And I'm like, I hope that's not where they take it next, but I mean, it might be, or they might try and play it off like that wasn't really Michael, like they did in which Halloween was that? Was that H2O?
Yeah.
Where like
resurrection.
Yeah, like the second one, like she chops his fucking head off or whatever, and then they come back with it and be like, oh, that wasn't actually Michael, that was just a paramedic. Bitch. Fuck you, what are you talking about?
It's really hard to come back from this one though, I think.
Yeah, I think so too, but like I said, you
it
never
really
know.
has to be like, oh, this is a brand new like Halloween.
Yeah,
this is a new Michael. This is everything's different.
Yeah, but that's the ending here, and like I appreciated it. I really liked it. Like I said, I wish that there was more combat between Lori and Michael, but however, I appreciate what they did do with it, and that in the end, evil did not win. And it did indeed end tonight. Which funny
Evil
because
did die, but 4 years later.
yeah. Yeah.
Evil did in fact not die that night.
Yeah. But no, that's the movie, and I really like it. We didn't do Fear or Flop yet, but what do you think you'd give it?
Probably like 7 or an 8.
Okay.
Somewhere in between,
Yeah.
maybe.
That's I have it written down. Mine's a Fear 7.5, so that's funny.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that.
That's literally where I'm at too. So I guess we're on the same ballpark here. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Fear 7.5. So that's fair. That's a fair rating, I think. I definitely don't agree with the negative reviews that this is getting. If you came into this expecting the same old, but then we're gonna bitch about the same old, like shame on you. Like it's all right that it's a little bit different.
People, just you don't deserve an opinion. You're leave the opinions for the big boys because you obviously can't make up your mind.
That's fair.
You're right. Or a child who has a hissy fit who can't deal with change, or when people or things that you feel personal connection to aren't the same. You throw tantrums. If you're one of the critics who said this was bad because it's not the same, shut the fuck up. Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
It's a fucking horror movie with like $1 million budget. Shut the fuck up and just leave.
Yeah.
You don't need to fucking review it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely I liked it, and I've already watched it twice, so probably watch it again. I would rather watch this multiple times than ever go back and watch Halloween Kills again. So there's that.
Yeah. I'll go back. I'll literally go from 2018 to this and just skip Kills every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely like this one a lot better. Let me see. I also, we're pretty much done here, but I just wanted to also add that they have like flashbacks in this movie as well. Like the ending sequence there where Michael is...
Those were weird, yeah. I don't like those.
See, I like those though. They were weird, but I appreciated them because it just... I like when they do shit like that for some reason. Like it's obviously like a play on your heartstrings. Like, oh, like this is for the original fans. This is for the people like who have been watching from the beginning. Like, here's the flashbacks of this. And I liked it. I liked that part. They were weird though.
I wish they would have done like more subtle things like they did with the picture of like Laurie and I forget that. I know their real names, PJ something and Nancy Loomis. Their characters from the first one. Her two friends from the first Halloween.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Like that little subtle picture that was like a behind the scenes photo.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like if they would have done more of that, that would have been cool. But like the actual cuts to the flashbacks was weird.
Yeah.
Too flashy. Too like, oh, this is a very obvious drop in quality from a 2022 movie to a 78 movie.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I liked them, and I think they had flashbacks in the beginning too, if I'm not wrong. I forget exactly what kind of flashbacks they were doing, but I get like it's just as the last one for this franchise, so they're just trying to like tie it all in together and just give flashbacks as like a way to appreciate, I guess, what they've done so far. I don't know. I liked them though. I thought that they were pretty cool. But I think that's it. I definitely would not have given this a fear if Laurie would have died. I've said that, and I think when we talked about Halloween previously in other episodes, I said the same thing, that if Laurie dies, I also die, so I don't have to die, so we're good.
There's a suicide pact. This is a legal threat to everyone.
Yeah.
Michael will kill himself when Jamie Lee Curtis dies.
Yes, I might. I want her to be my grandmother. So if she would have died in this movie, I would have felt like
Your
that was
grandmother is fucking fine.
Listen, I don't want
replace her.
No, I don't want a replacement grandmother. I love my grandmother. I just want
grandmother.
another one, an extra. Yes, I'd like an extra grandmother, and I only want an extra grandmother if that extra grandmother is Jamie Lee Curtis. So, Jamie Lee Curtis, if you ever by chance hear this, would you like to be my grandmother?
She'd probably either be like, "Can you fuck off, kid?" or be like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Well, I'm hoping it's the latter because I'd love for her to be my grandmother. Like,
She has like literally two moods. It's either, "Oh yeah, sure," or "Can you just fuck off?"
yeah.
Like that's her only two.
I mean, that's like
I've
my
ever
grandmother
heard
now,
come out
so
of
like
her
I get it. I just love her. I don't know. There's something about her. I just love her. So, but no, I think that's it.
Heather Langenkamp is mine.
Oh, okay.
Heather Langenkamp is like a cool aunt.
Oh, well, yeah. I think that's it though. Do you have anything else that you want to add here?
No, I am done analyzing this movie.
Okay. All right. Overall, thumbs up from us. Definitely watch it if you have not. Don't listen to all the negative reviews. Give it your own opinion. Like we said, it's
Don't
something.
be a pussy.
Yeah, that.
It's a little aggressive. I'm sorry.
Just a little, but it's all right. You get it. We're just a little.
And my rant about critics, that also includes us. So we should kill ourselves.
Well, yeah.
We don't deserve opinions, and we should kill ourselves.
I mean, you're right. I'm definitely nobody that needs to have an opinion about anything. So you're right.
I just want to make that clear before somebody. Well, you talk about yourself when you say, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, jokes on you. Yeah. But no, that's it. Check it out if you have not. I'm trying to think what else. Do we have anything upcoming here that's important to announce? Not really, right?
No, we might have some more series coming out soon with different co-hosts, but we went over that in the last episode.
Yeah.
That's really it.
All right.
Enjoy your spooky season.
Yes. Happy October. And it's coming to an end very quickly. So hope you've
Yeah,
enjoyed.
the second month went by way too fast.
Yeah, it sure has. We're already halfway through, literally. So I hope you've enjoyed your October so far. Hope you've gotten to go to whatever spooky events you like to go to, or pumpkin patches, corn mazes, all kinds of shit. Hope you've done that. Hope you've enjoyed it. You got a few days or a few weeks left, so make it count, because October is the best month. So,
And I'm going to be honest here. I think Pennsylvania has the best pumpkin patches and haunted houses.
probably, you're right.
Hands down, just because of our aesthetic in the state.
Mm-hmm.
It's very matching and harvesty.
Yep. So, come to PA.
Fuck Salem,
For your
bitch.
spooky.
Come to PA.
Well, I mean, Salem's cool, though, too, but
Salem's cool, but it's too witchy.
too witchy.
It's just harvesty.
That's fair. I'll give you that. But no, I think we're going to end that here. Thank you for listening, tuning in. We'll be yep, here we go. We'll be back.
We'll be next.
Yep, we'll be next. We'll be back next week with something. I know we were talking about maybe doing an episode on the new Netflix series that just came out, The Midnight Club. So possibly, I don't know if you finished it yet. I have like 2 episodes left.
No,
So
still 2 episodes.
okay, all right. So maybe if we finish that within decent time, that will be the next episode. If not, we will figure something else out. But
I recently watched both Scooby-Doo live action ones, so we can do that.
I mean, we could. I'm always down for Scooby-Doo. But no, we'll keep you updated. Again, follow us on our Facebook page. That's the main form of communication. But yeah, I think that's it. So we will. We're gonna let you go because we keep talking about nothing. So I'm just gonna let you go. So have fun.
Yeah.
Spooky times ahead and all that junk. So
Just end this, Michael, please.
all right, we're done. See you next week for whatever.
See you next week.